Good people of YouTube, my name is Span and welcome back to another episode of Knights of the Old Republic 2. We finally left Telos, so let's speak with everyone. Starting with Atton.
I didn't want to say anything, but you forced my hand. I've heard about the Force and what it does to people who can't control it, or themselves. And it shows in everything you do, and in your face.
I'm in control, more than ever.
That's what you think. Trust me, there's a reason you're changing. It's because it's corrupting you. I can't help but feel it. All of us can. Whatever that witch is doing to you, she's dragging you down into whatever hole she crawled out of.
She has no influence over me. She is my creature, not the other way around.
Well, you're starting to get creases. You could pass for the old witch's son.
I had some questions for you.
What did you want to know?
Nothing, never mind. Okay, we have no dialogue. Well, except for Pazak, but I don't want to play Pazak. Let's speak with Kreia.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
Only as many as I need, and only as many as will sacrifice themselves to me.
Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
What makes you think they obey me?
Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
Why are you angry?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
Is something happening to them?
They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
You have a point. I will reflect upon this.
And then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
What do you mean?
A discussion, perhaps, for another time.
I had other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
You don't seem to like the Handmaiden. Why?
There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all.
She has offered to help us, so show her the same respect I show you.
Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove true in time. But I will abide her presence. She may have her uses.
Why do you say
Because
that?
Atris is a threat. And as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage.
Agreed. We need every tool we can get if Atris tries anything.
That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time.
I had other
Ask,
questions.
and I will answer.
What's wrong with your eyes?
There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only.
There might be a way to heal your sight.
There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted.
I had
Ask,
other questions.
and I will answer.
Kreia, what are you? Are you a Jedi? A Sith?
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
To ally myself with someone without knowing their allegiance is unwise.
What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
I still wish to hear the story. Oh, we got a cutscene here.
There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best.
Oh, it's that guy. Broken Man.
But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition,
Broken Man and Masked Man.
and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense. I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Take what strength you may steal from me. That is all I need be to you. In you all my hopes rest for the future, for the Force.
I need more than that,
If it
Kreia.
means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice.
I had other
Ask,
questions.
and I will answer.
Did you know Atris at all?
Atris herself is not as familiar to me as perhaps she should be. Yet I feel I know her, yes.
What do you mean?
Because Atris's path is one I walked long ago, and it is a chapter of my life that has been read and closed. She has taken the first steps, I think. We shall see. Surely you felt the righteous anger, the spoken judgments, the lack of forgiveness.
You walked her path?
I was a historian once, gathering the relics of the Jedi, learning the ancient mysteries. Always there were more questions. One quickly learns that the Jedi Code does not give all the answers. If you are to truly understand, then you will need the contrast, not adherence to a single idea. That is why Atris and the others blamed me, sentenced me. They believed me responsible for Revan's fall.
You trained Revan?
I've already asked much. I do not wish to speak of this any longer. Ask,
More
and
questions.
I will answer.
I had questions about how Revan amassed such a huge force against the Republic.
Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him, how he made them his?
Because he was a leader.
Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts, strong influence indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few.
They came from the Sith Empire.
Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith Empire, yet he learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how he did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly?
Do you have any ideas?
Not a one, but we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes? Ask,
More questions.
and I will answer.
Did you know
I
Revan?
misspoke before, and I do not wish to choose my words unwisely again. Leave this be. Ask, and I will answer.
I think I asked number 6. Do you know anything about the Sith who pursue
Nothing
us?
more than we already know, and anything else I know would be useless. There is danger in such knowledge, even if I was certain of the ones who hunt you.
Let's see. I might have gained some more influence. What was the thing I asked first?
There is no...
Was it this one?
There is... If... Ask.
No. There was a question I asked, but I didn't have enough influence with her. I think it's not here anymore. Never mind, I'll be going now. Oh, I've gained light side. What? The perils of gaining
Grown
influence.
strong in the Force, I can feel its mark upon you. Be warned. The highest of mysteries cannot be found by falling to the dark side. It is a quick path, and often a short one. But I sense a disquiet in you, an unrest. Such things will erode your strength.
Why do people in our journey trouble me with these indignities, these fetching missions, this servant work?
They sense the trappings of power and decision upon you. Their lives are static, trapped, and they see one who carries no such chains.
This fetch and carry, this servant work is beneath me.
Then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon it, until you have exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way.
Then I shall view you as disposable then.
Now you are learning. Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. It is only through interaction, through decision and choice, through confrontation, physical or mental, that the Force can grow within you. You have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger, the rage, and the power it brings. Yet the power does not build without such struggle. Through small cruelties, greater ones are born. Ask, and I will
Can I
answer.
ask some more things? Not enough influence.
I know of them, yes, and how much like beasts they had become. Combined, united against the Jedi, they command legions of Sith. But above these legions there are 3 who must be stopped. As long as any one of them lives, then we, and all life, are doomed. One bathes in pain, feeds on it for sustenance. The other has ceased being a living being, so consumed by hunger that he has forgotten his own flesh. And the last is a creature of betrayals, for without such things there is no hope.
The one who bathes in pain, Scion.
Yes, of pain he has learned much. Of knowledge, of
How do I know his name?
he knows nothing. Like the others, he was spawned by the horrors of the Mandalorian Wars. He exists solely to spread his pain to all Jedi everywhere.
Who is the betrayer?
Even now she is difficult to see. She must remain hidden for now until the time is right. If not, then all our efforts will be for nothing. In this you must trust me. If she is exposed too soon, then this war will be over before it has begun.
And the one consumed by
The
hunger?
less said of that one, the better. Even a stray thought may draw him, and it is possible that he cannot be defeated. He is one who has learned the greatest of the Sith teachings, and it enslaved him. Until you are ready, we must not seek him out. Ask,
More
and I
questions?
will answer.
So I guess the only thing I don't have influence is the Did you know Revan? Yeah. Okay, gain some more dark side, some more influence.
Yes. Have you come with questions?
Oh, I want you to teach me more about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
I want to build a lightsaber.
Indeed. A Jedi tool and a Sith weapon. And why do you need such a thing?
It represents power, and it can help me slaughter enemies quicker, faster.
Listen to me. There is much weight, much craving attached to such a tiny thing of light. For the male, it seems to have an inordinate importance. But we shall leave such male preoccupations for philosophers and cultural historians. A lightsaber, any weapon, only achieves worth in how it is wielded, in the effort, in the struggle of one who holds it. Such a weapon does not make a Jedi or a Sith, and at times it makes them much, much less than they are.
But how do I make one?
Knowledge has already been imparted to you. Upon our journey, the pieces shall fall into place.
I want you to teach me more about the
Very
Force.
well. What is it that drives you?
Can you teach me any lightsaber forms?
The Jedi practice many forms, many styles of lightsaber combat. It is good to know them, but not to rely on them. You may have already felt the Shicho. The simplest of the forms return to you as your skill and perceptions have returned. Others may come with time, with experience.
Can you tell me of the Shicho
It is
style?
simple, and its simplicity is strength. It allows focus, a slightly improved chance of connecting with one's opponent. It has no other advantages or disadvantages. It is an effective form to fall back on when no other form will do. Others may come with time, with experience. Very well.
More questions about
What
the
is
Force?
it that drives you?
More about the Force
Of
forms.
which did you wish instruction? I miss...
And not enough influence, okay. More dark sides, nice. I wish to learn about lightsaber combat.
That is something we will leave until we possess a lightsaber and a proper sparring partner.
Then I wish to know what other training
Very
you can
well.
offer. Okay, I think we've exhausted the dialogue yet. One thing I don't
Yes.
really like in this game, it's the dialogue. It's a very simple thing. I mean, I have asked all these questions before, but I would like to know which ones I have asked. Like, instead of I've asked what's wrong with your eyes, I would like, instead of this, just ask what's wrong with your eyes again? Just a little thing to let me know I have asked that question before. Otherwise it can get a little bit confusing if we have a lot. I have opened this, right? Yes. Yeah, it can get a little bit confusing if we when there are a lot of repeatable dialogue options. Where can I see? I can't really see their influence from here or something.
Yes.
Something wrong?
Yes. Your features, your stance. Atris spoke of such Jedi who followed Revan, how their bodies came to mirror the dark side within them.
Then why don't you strike me down?
Because there is a chance of redemption within all of us, and there is no point at which the dark side completely claims one, no matter what their choices.
Is that what Atris taught? How touching.
No, it is what I believe. Atris did not believe such things.
Enough. I had questions for you.
Ask.
Did Atris ever I think I have asked all of these before in Telos, but I'll ask
She said
again.
you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
She's exaggerating.
That is not all she
Yeah.
says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts, and she told us why you fell to the dark side.
And why was
Atris
that?
says that you fell to the dark side in the man.
Yeah, I have asked these before.
Atris. Yeah.
What do you think
Without
Atris's
having
heart
seen-
says? Yeah, we need to fight.
In-
I
I
wanted
do
to
not
ask you
wish
about
to speak of her
Atris.
to you. Her act. You
Oh,
may have-
not enough influence. Why do you look different than your sisters?
There is no.
Why are you
Be
called
attentive,
handmaidens?
It is the duty of all of us, from the first of my sisters to me, the last of the handmaidens.
You are the last of
I
them?
am the last of the handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true.
Your skill is impressive, as is your devotion to your
That is
training.
not entirely correct. There are times I am distracted. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts.
What do you
There is
mean?
much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
Battle is not the truth of the Jedi teachings. I believe it is the farthest thing from it.
I know your meaning, but I have not been clear on mine. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause.
Devotion to their cause? I agree, it shows how far you are willing to go for your
It was
goals.
to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it.
The Force drove Revan to do what needed to be done, and that is all.
But to say that seems an untruth, based on what I know of the Jedi. The Force can drive others, but there is still choice, is there not? If there is no choice in the Force, then our teachings and our actions are for nothing. And I refuse to believe that is true. You may...
Do you have a name?
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do. It is
What
not
was it?
important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
You should take value in yourself as
We all
well.
have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
There is some truth in what you say. Is that your judgment
If
of me?
reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes, perhaps there was a judgment there. But it was not intended as an attack.
Do you think that I lost myself when I disobeyed the
I do
Jedi?
not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
Right now, the only question I'm asking myself is why I'm letting you
I
stay.
meant no offense, but the question remains. If the question angers you, oftentimes there is a reason for such anger. You may ask.
More questions? I would like to return to the Academy on
It is not
Telos.
possible to dock at the Academy without the proper codes.
Do you have them?
But I could not give them to you. You may ask.
Okay. What are you
I am
doing?
training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
You could always play Pazak with
What do you
Atton.
mean, Pazak? What, again?
I guess he's
I do not
occupied.
trust him.
At
That
cards? This is going to be a short journey if everyone's watching each other for
That is
betrayal.
untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris. Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos.
Is that why Atris was siphoning power to the Telos
The
Academy?
reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. But there is something greater being achieved. The teachings at the Academy must be preserved, even if it draws strength from Telos.
Atris thought Bayudur was the key to saving Telos?
His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Ichani power architects. I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. Where he walks, he carries a world upon his shoulders, and like you, I do not know if he has ever faced it.
Maybe you'd like to explain why Atris is siphoning power to the Telos
The
Academy?
reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. But there is something greater being achieved. The teachings at the Academy must be
Let's go back to this again. I don't want to talk about it, and I don't want you asking him about it either.
Respect your wishes, and his. Forgive me.
Don't apologize, it was a long time ago.
It does not sound like it is in the past, but I shall respect your wishes.
More questions? No. No influence. But I keep on gaining some light side points. For nothing. Nothing. Let's see, who's next? No one here. I guess Bayudur is the only one we haven't spoken to. RN-T3. Can I get some more programming spikes, please? If I can ever find them. Oh, it's Beodur's little robot friend. It's been a long time since the war. I'm surprised you're still functioning. Could you stop flying around? Okay, I guess only... Oh, let's see if we can find T3. Nope, not here. Are you over here? No. Where the hell is he? Oh. Oh, I didn't see you there. I do have some repair. Oh, I need a programming spike. Can you make any more? Maybe later then. Ready for some more routine maintenance? No influence. I thought I did alright the first time. Okay, never mind. And we got a computer spike. Alright. Only Beodur is left, but that will have to wait until next time. For now, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed another episode of Knights of the Old Republic 2, and I'll see you all next time.